What's up, everybody? Welcome to the next official episode of Byte-Sized Balance. It's your boy Tavis Mitchell, IT professional. On this channel, I like to go over viral tech content, which is what we're about to go over now. I also consult people when it comes to finding a career in technology. Make sure you look down in the description and book a consult. If you're trying to get into tech, I could give you some insights. Specifically people who are already in tech who trying to look at a boost in pay. I'm your guy for that. Make sure you tap in. Okay. Follow the socials, Byte-Sized Balance on YouTube and TikTok. You can also follow me on Instagram. I got a Byte-Sized Balance Instagram. And I have a personal Instagram, which is TAVV_. Got a couple viral videos that we about to go over. Firstly, I want to let you guys know that I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody tapping in with me, leaving comments. I appreciate all the likes. I like to clip these videos up and put them out throughout the week, as well as drop the whole video on Mondays. So let's dive right into this and go into my first video that we got on the line. Let's see what we got. I got my iced coffee. I got my water right here. So give y'all some raw takes. Make sure you like, comment. Let's go. Let's see what we got.
Random tech finds. These are a real-life pair of Tony Stark smart glasses because they have two invisible screens that display content right in front of your face. You get Google Maps right in front of you so you don't have to look at your phone. There's a translate feature that gives you live translation for 18 different languages. You can use them as a teleprompter for calls or presenting. And if you press this button on the side, it pulls up the AI which you can ask, and they're comfortable, super lightweight, actually look...
These is crazy.
Wearing them, just put them in this case and they charge wirelessly. They're called the Even Realities G1s and you can check them out through the link in my bio.
Yo, those is crazy, man. You see how you can look through them and actually see the AI or whatever you dealing with right in front of you. And I wear glasses already, so this is just something that's I figure out is just right up my lane. I mean, to be able to communicate with AI through your glasses, that's next level right there. And I think the price on them, they said ain't even nothing real crazy. They said like $600. You can get some designer frames, and those are like $300 to $400 already if you don't have any insurance. So I would definitely look into getting some of these. That's something that I feel like is very high tech. If you would get these, comment down in the comment section if you would get these or not. I mean, that's something that I feel like can really change the game. How long is the battery life on them? That is a question. It seems like technology today is like the battery life on all this stuff don't be lasting long. My Apple Watch, it be dying in like, I mean, it lasts a couple hours. It could probably get me through the day, but if you forget to charge that Apple Watch and then try to do some activities, it's not going to last. So technology companies, make sure that y'all making the battery last, preferably 2 days. Maybe it's going to cost more for that, but I'd rather pay more for something if it's the battery life is going to last, other than having to charge something up after 6 hours of use. That's not useful to me. You need to be at least able to use it for, I feel like, at least 12 to 24 hours without charging it. So that's something that they're getting better with. Like I said, it might be because they feel like it'll cost too much if they make a longer battery on it, but I'll pay more for that. What y'all think? I definitely would. Technology is really evolving, man. Some glasses with built-in AI that show you screens, and what else can you pull up? Can you pull up the weather on it? You probably look like you're talking to yourself if you just pull them up and communicate with the AI. They can be like, who is he talking to? But they probably got a phone integration and all that on it. I need to dig deeper into those. They made by a company called Even Realities. Let's look at it real quick and see Look at the company. Even G1, the everyday display smart glasses. Wow. These are neat, man. Can you get them? Can you get a prescription? The everyday smart glasses. These look like the glasses I got on. No cap. Like, you wouldn't even know they're smart glasses unless they told you. The first eyewear designed to seamlessly blend stunning aesthetics with digital functionality. You get undistributed real-life experiences while still being connected. You feel free, just on standby mode, so you can focus on the details that matter when they matter. What they running for? 600? For what it is, I might get some of these and review them for y'all. Because I really wear glasses. So, what's the features on them? No gadgetry. They simply blend an extra customizable layer of digital functionality that elevates your view of the world without interrupting reality. They explain everything. Holistic, adaptive, optimal system. Even G1 is eyewear designed from the ground up, adaptable enough to suit most people and built on a unique structure that delivers digital content without loss of vision clarity. I do tech reviews too, so this will definitely be a good product for me to review. They waterproof, look like. They spraying them right there. I guess that mean they waterproof. I wouldn't even try to play with them though. If y'all think I should buy these and review these, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. Cause I seen that TikTok reel. I was like, yo, these is crazy right here. So let's look at the next video we got up. Let's see. So hackers use AI chatbot to hack at least 17 companies. These threat actors are getting very creative, man. They're using AI now to hack into stuff. Sooner or later, that's all they're going to be relying on. That's all we relying on in tech now anyway. Job recruiters using tech to read our resumes. We using tech to build. We using AI to build the resumes. They using AI to read the resumes. Like I said in the past, AI is taking over, so you need to learn how to master this technology. So at least you can be the person working on the AI. If you're the one working on the AI and you're the one that relying on to keep your AI reliable, then you're the go-to guy. Stamp, machine learning and AI. I just bought some machine learning and AI courses on Udemy like earlier this week. Microsoft got an AI one for machine learning, and AWS got a machine learning certification. I'm a Microsoft guy, so that's probably the one I'm going to dip and dive through first. But I feel like throwing them on your resume, not even just the entry level ones, but if you get an associate level one or even an advanced level one, you really ahead of a lot of people. Because a lot of people don't like to dip into machine learning and all of that because it's dealing with a bunch of different algorithms and type of stuff. But I'm sure once you dig into it, it's probably not that bad. This tech stuff is complicated anyway, and if you got the knack and the drive to dig into those type of things, especially AI, since that's the new wave right now, is probably going to be the wave moving forward, if I'm being honest. I would suggest digging into those courses, man. So yeah, let's watch this one.
Use an AI chatbot to hack at least 17 companies. Anthropic, the company behind the chatbot Claude, said in a report that the hacker convinced Claude Code to automate the whole operation, from finding targets, hacking them, and then writing ransom notes. Anthropic didn't say which companies were targeted or how the hacker was able to take advantage of the chatbot, but noted that it added more safeguards to Claude Code.
See, I don't know much about Claude. But apparently it's a powerful tool, and if it's allowing them to do that. So they were able to hack 17 companies with one tool? That's kind of wild. And that's something they definitely need to patch. I'm sure they patched it by now, but just thinking that a tool is that capable to do something like that, what exactly were they doing? We got to dive deeper into that too. Claude. Let's search up Claude AI. Let's see, what is it? It's a family of generative AI models developed by the research company Anthropic that can understand and generate human-like text, code, and more. It is designed to be helpful, honest, and harmless. Well, it's definitely not harmless. Not if you hack 17 companies with it. I know they hot. Them cats was pissed after that. I'm 100% sure of that. Unlike some other models, Claude has a particularly large context window for processing large amounts of information at once, and is also capable of analyzing images. You can watch this video to learn about Claude's capabilities, including its ability to understand instructions for creative content. For creative code. Shout out to Claude, man. 17 companies got hit by him. It was a loophole somebody found. I know that boy was going crazy. 17? These threat actors don't be playing, man. And I figured out these threat actors, the majority of them are out of the country. That's how they don't be getting caught. A lot of the time the government knows where they are, but they can't do nothing because they're out of their jurisdiction. If somebody is hacking somewhere from China or Russia, yeah, you might know exactly where they are, but you can't go arrest them. And then the Russian and the Chinese governments, they only really crack down on people if they're attacking their native infrastructure. If it's a company in Russia, then they'll crack down on you. They actually encourage those cats to come after U.S. assets. That's why it's such a gray area. You be seeing all these ransomware gangs and all these people, they putting out stuff and putting out live pages and sounding all professional. I'd be like, yo, how is that even possible that they don't know where these people at? Because if that something like that was to happen in the States, they'll crack down on us quick. But that's the thing. And it being perfectly English, because, you know, English is the language of business. If you work with a lot of foreigners, especially in the tech space, me working with people from India, people from Europe, people from all over the world, mostly everybody know English, especially if you in corporate. If you work for a corporate company, majority of them people know English. So that's how they be getting those pages up, and it being perfect English, and they saying, look, we need so-and-so $1 million before we give y'all information back. If not, we're going to throw it on the dark web. And these companies don't even be caring now, man. Real talk. Let me talk about that, because these companies really don't be caring about y'all information. All they're going to do is call y'all and then say, well, really not even call y'all. They're going to put out a public form that we were breached. And then they're going to say, if your information is leaked, then we'll give you an amount of money that deals with this settlement. And the amount of money is never a lot. They might have to pay out $20 million. And the amount of people that actually got hit from it, you're only going to be receiving somewhere between $1 to $20. It's never a lot of money that you're going to receive. They're going to hook you up with credit monitoring, and they're going to make sure ain't nobody tapping in on your credit. Okay, but the credit monitoring only going to be for so long, so you better go ahead and get your information updated. They're going to give you credit monitoring and maybe a couple dollars. That's what they're going to tell you. And that's really what the insurance plans that they get from these other insurance companies, that's the product that they saying, okay, if y'all get hit, let's tell them you're going to monitor their credit for a certain amount of time. And also, if your stuff was compromised, we're going to give you $10. Like, what is that? Come on now. So, I think it need to be something in place where if people getting compromised like that, you can at least give us a couple thousand. Give me a couple hundred at least. Give me 200-300. I ain't asking for a lot. I know y'all ain't asking for a lot because here in 2025, majority of people, I would say, have been a part of some type of data breach. Your information is out there somewhere. If not, go to I have been pawned, type your password in, and I bet you the majority of y'all passwords is up there. Biometric is the way to go. I feel like all MFA should be biometric now. It should be some type of app on your phone or at least face scanning. That's legit. Like face scanning. But even now, I heard threat actors are getting pictures of people online and being able to bypass the face scans, especially with AI now. You could throw somebody's picture in there and give you 10 different versions of their face, do a face scan, and now they're you. So the one-time tokens and FIBO keys is legit too, because that's only that key. Only you. It's something actual physical that you have to plug into the device so it can read who you are. So FIDO tokens, stuff like Microsoft. What's the name of the Microsoft tool? Authenticator, stuff like that generate a code on the fly, a PIN or something like that. But if you got no MFA set up, then you slow right now. That's that stupid to have no MFA set up on your stuff. So next video, man. Let's see what we got. I thought this was funny. Look at this guy. If y'all work in tech, y'all definitely can relate to this. Hold on.
I work in IT, and this was a CEO's ticket. CEO submitted a ticket that she was locked out. Her password does not work. So I reset her password, call her up, and I say, hey, your temporary password is password. She can change it immediately, so this temporary password does not matter. She types in, doesn't work. So I tell her slowly, okay, lowercase p, a, s, spell it out, password. She said it doesn't work. And I said, okay, is your caps lock on? Like,
sound familiar?
I try different things. She gets frustrated. She's getting frustrated at me. She said, it's not that hard to type the word password. It says it on the screen. Password. I said, it says it on the screen. Usually passwords don't display. What does it say above it? I asked. She said it says username. She was typing it in the username box. I said, you have to type your username. She goes, oh, I thought it just automatically knew my username.
That sound familiar to y'all, man? Top of the line executive, CEO of the company, don't know how to type in their password, typing their password in the username box. Come on now. What are you doing? They need to do a technical competency test, especially with executives. If you're an executive for the company and you don't even know where to type your password in, That's flawed. Especially as deep as they test us technically in the interviews and all of that. The technical staff, I understand, but we use computers and you enter usernames and password every day. You telling me you don't know where to type your password in at? That's being inconsiderate to your technical team and to your company. This what I do when I get people like that. Now some people are older and stuff, but I understand. But still, you got to get with the times, man. Sometimes you got to tap in with. I like to FaceTime people, FaceTime them, or remote into their computer. That way, it ain't no way you can tell me what's wrong. Especially after the third or fourth time I done told you to type something in and you say it still ain't working. I say, go ahead and hey, do you have an iPhone? Do you mind if I FaceTime you so I can see exactly what you're doing? And for some reason, when you get them on video or you get them on camera, they automatically, the switch off in their head. Oh, I was doing that wrong. Yeah, I know you was doing it wrong. That's why I wanted to get on video and exactly see what you're doing. Because these people will lie to you and say they doing stuff and they not even doing it. So I try to get people, especially people who are being difficult like that, I try to get on video with them as soon as possible. Because if I see what you're doing, you can't lie to me and tell you that you're doing something. Especially if I have a visual. So, IT people, remote into the computer, call the person on FaceTime, Zoom, Google Meets, whatever you need to do, so you can get a visual of exactly what you're looking at to save you some time. Shout out to Legacy, man. When I was there, this healthcare company that I was working for, that's where I learned that at. Tapping in with people on video. So that can be a smart way to save you a lot of time, especially people in them help desk roles and all of that. That people be giving y'all a hard time, man. Go ahead and get them on a video call. Because everybody got a smartphone. If you got an Android, Google Meets. You can download that. That's not hard to get. If you got an iPhone, you got FaceTime. So everybody has access to video call at all time. So if they being difficult and act like they don't know what to type their password in that, dial them up. Because they're going to dial you up when they need help. So it shouldn't be an issue for them to at least let you remote to their computer or get them on a video call. Ridiculous. Next video. What y'all think? Next video though. So y'all know I like talking about these AI robots, man. The machines. So this one is Figure 03 humanoid robot folds laundry, cleans dishes, and chats with ease. Folding laundry is crazy. Folding laundry is crazy. Everybody hates folding laundry. What else can it do? Can it wash dishes? Is it waterproof? Because I'll really get one if it's going to wash my dishes. That's one of the chores everybody hates. Folding laundry too. You just throw the laundry on the couch. Hey, robot. You know. Go fold them shirts and towels for me. And it's picking it up. Let's see exactly what it looked like when it's doing it. They got this one a little more uniformed out than the other ones I was looking at. And you better not drop my MacBook. If it drops something that's expensive to me, I'm suing the company that made it. This not folding laundry though. Show me the laundry folding. Look like it was about to wash dishes. It's putting it inside of the dishwasher. I need mine now. I don't have a dishwasher. I'm old school. All I got is a sink, water, and soap. I needed to actually physically wash them junks and make sure that they clean. Dishwasher, yeah, that's cool, but that's not good enough. It's doing simple tasks. Figure AI has just unveiled Figure 03, its first humanoid robot designed to assist at home, capable of cleaning, folding laundry, and learning tasks directly from human behavior using its new Helix AI system built for real-world use beyond factories. Figure 03 features upgraded vision, tactical fingertips, and cameras in its palm to handle delicate household objects safely. Its Helix AI allows it to recognize layouts, understand speech, and continuously learn from human video, making it far more adaptive than previous versions. Sooner or later, they're going to have them looking like real people, bro. People be saying, like, wait to the future. We in the future. It's safe to say that we're in the future right now. I need to get me a soundboard so I can hit some sounds, like get some custom sounds that I can hit. Because if you can't accept that we're in the future right now, then you just being delusional. Because look at this stuff, bro. I love technology, but at the same time, it's kind of scary. Like, what's the agenda behind all this? Like, yes, to make life easier, but people, we need to be able to do something. And like I said, if you're an IT professional and you're not trying to integrate AI into your workflow, or you're not trying to learn more machine learning and AI right now, you're really kind of at a disadvantage, if I'm keeping it all the way 100. So tap in with it. Definitely tap in with it. It's job security for real. Cause that's what everything moving towards. Real talk. Let's go to the next video. I ain't gonna be here long with y'all. That's some stuff. I be scanning. We always scanning through our phones. We always scanning through our phones on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. And that's all I do. I just look at stuff. I be like, yo, this would be something good to talk about on the podcast. So what I do, I'll save it or I'll favorite it so I could come back to it and I can talk about it with y'all and y'all can give y'all insights on it and I could clip it up and do what I do and blase blase. What we got next? So AI turns Naruto Unlimited fights into Ultimate Fights into cinematic live action. Orochimaru and Kakashi. This is tough right here. I can't even cap. Bro, look at this chick right here, bro. You can't tell me she don't look real. This is crazy. You can't tell me these people do not look real. Yo, they need to remaster the whole Naruto series into AI if it's gonna be looking like that. That's what I'm saying, man. Actors not even safe. They even got the AI. They even got the AI people making music now. AI rappers and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all remember this group from back in the day called Gorillas. It was like a cartoon music band. And they had some hits. And it was really using, the people who were singing the music were real people, but at the same time they were like a cartoon band with their own flow and their own following and all of that. And that's really, I could think, the only like musician that I can think that wasn't actually human, that actually had some buzz. Because yeah, even though it was people singing the music, they never really showed themselves. It was just, they were just showing the Gorillas. And the Gorillas was a pioneer. It was ahead of its time. Because now people can do that and not even be making the music or nothing. If you just make an AI person that's people like the image of, and even the music is AI generated, and if it's snap and people like it, that's money in the bank. That's money in the bank, man. So shout out to the Gorillas, man. I know y'all know about the Gorillas. Especially you people that grew up, that's 90s babies. Yeah, y'all know, but y'all know about them. So let's go to the next one. So this right here is you know how you got on your phone where you can tap to pay, and then you got on the it's like a tap to pay reader on your phone that you can pay for stuff with. And then you can just tap your card. They got this thing where, look at this, bro. Look at this. Just look.
What if you could pay for your shopping with just a wave of your hand? This RFID chip works just like a contactless card. It's implanted into your hand, and once it's there, you can pay for groceries, open doors, and even unlock your car. What if you could pay for your shopping with...
Would y'all get that? An implant in your hand? A RFID implant in your hand. See, when you start messing with people biometrics, when you start messing with people body and doing implants and stuff, see, I feel like we're still a long way away from that. Because it's like, yeah, what are going to be the long-term implications of that being something embedded in your body, and what else can it do in your body? I feel like that type of technology is going to have to be out for a very long time before it's normalized. And even then, it's going to be still some people resistant to it. You don't want these companies inside of your body. And that's what they want, I think, eventually, to be in our heads, chips in our head and all of that, just like in the sci-fi movies. But yeah, I mean, it sounds good on paper, but at the same time, it's like, do I want that implant in my body that's doing that? Because what else is it going to do? It could probably take over your mind or something like that. And they might not be telling you the full capabilities of it. Like, yes, they're starting off as an RFID, but eventually it's going to be something way deeper than that. And like I said, it'll have to be tested on people for an extended amount of time so people can know that it's safe before the masses adapt to that. So that's how I feel about it. No, I wouldn't get that because I already have my phone. I already got tap to pay. I don't need to get an implant so I can pay for my stuff. That's low-key lazy. But who knows? In the next 10 years, that could be the norm. Do y'all agree? If you agree, comment down in the comments. And if y'all got more viral content y'all want me to review, make sure that y'all leaving those in the comments. So yeah, this is stuff that interests me, but I need to be looking at stuff that interests y'all and giving my raw take on that. And I don't know if businesses are going to start adapting this type of technology. What if you get a job and they say, all right, to have this job, you got to get this implant. That's when it's going to start. That's when it's going to start turning a lot of tables. If jobs start telling you, hey, in order to work here, you got to have this chip in your head, or you got to have this implant right here to get into the building. Like, I can see some stuff like that happening. Y'all know in China, they already doing the digital ID Like it's about to be all your IDs and all that just gonna be on your phone type stuff. Which I feel like is just gonna open a lot of industries up to a bunch of different type of cyber attacks because digital stuff can be easily replicated. Even though people are already replicating stuff, but if it's digital, how can you even verify that? People gonna have spoof it. They're gonna be able to spoof it and all of that. So they got to be on top of that, man. But I think that's the direction we're moving in. No cap. Y'all be prepared, man. It's coming. Here go another one. So the police on it. So this is a police bot in China. This little wheel thing right here is a police bot in China. And what it do, it walk you down like the real police. Look at this.
If this robot rolls towards you, you have no chance to escape. This tire-looking police has started patrolling the streets of China and is designed to replace the police in dangerous situations as it's equipped with net guns and tear gas. It can withstand shocks of up to 4 tons and travel at 22 miles per hour over rough terrain, making it highly effective at stopping.
That's a tire, though. If you bust that tire,
you have no chance to escape.
It got air in it. If you bust that tire or somebody shoot that tire or stab it, then what? Can it still move if it's flat? I don't know. How tough do they got it?
Up to 4 tons and travel at 22 miles per hour over rough terrain, making it highly effective at stopping criminals. If this robot rolls towards you, you have no chance to escape.
It travel at 22 miles an hour. That's fast. 22 miles an hour for something to be chasing you. That's what I'm saying. Police, y'all not safe. They gonna buy a bunch of these, then the police officers are gonna be out of a job. I'm sorry if you get pulled over by something like that or something like that try to stop you, you gonna dip. Like I'm not talking to no robot, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree with that. Like, yeah, like it could probably chase you and all of that, but you could probably shake that somehow. Or what if you hit it with your car, run over it? Then what? Like, yeah, it's decent size, but can it take a... If I run my Ram 1500 into it, what it's going to do then? Not saying that I'm going to do that because I'm a law-abiding citizen. But at the same time, they got to take this stuff in the mind when they making stuff like this and they invest their money heavily into stuff like this. Because this thing, I'm pretty sure, is thousands of dollars. They wouldn't want it to get damaged. And they'll come up with some stuff like, if you damage it, that's the same thing as assaulting a police officer or something like that. China already ahead. Shout out to the Chinese. So, it's actually I actually been reading this book called The Laws of Human Nature. And it really opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff that China been having going on. Like China, everything ain't just all peachy keen in China. They had a lot of civil stuff going on inside the country back in the 60s and recent times where it's like, you know, they really just got their economic power within the last 50 years. And it's crazy. Like some of the leaders there used to tell children that the older generation was rebelling against what they were really supposed to be talking about, and a lot of the younger generation was fighting the older generation. It was crazy in China, bro. But yeah, they already implementing stuff like this into the workflow, and I can see the U.S. adopting quickly to stuff like that. So let's jump into these breaches that have been going on, man. It's two particular that I want to talk about. Okay. So Salesforce got hit in early October. Salesforce refuses to pay ransom over widespread data theft attack. Salesforce said they ain't giving them no money. And it's best to not give them money anyway. Salesforce has confirmed that it will not negotiate with or pay a ransom to the threat actors behind a massive wave of data theft attacks that impacted the company's customers this year. As first reported by Bloomberg, Salesforce emailed customers on Tuesday to say they would not be paying a ransom and warned that credible threat intelligence indicates the threat actors were planning to leak the stolen data. I can confirm Salesforce will not engage, negotiate with, or pay any extortion demands. Salesforce also confirmed to Bleeping Computer. Okay. In total, the threat actors claim to have stolen nearly 1 billion data records. 1 billion data records. That's 1 billion people's information. Do they got credit card numbers and all of that? Data records in reference to what? Because the data can be anything. It can just be anything up to a name, or it can be anything up to your credit card number, anything up to your social security number, which would be publicly released if extortion demands was paid by individual companies or as a single payment from Salesforce that would cover all the impacted customers listed on the site. How much is Salesforce worth? Because if they letting you know that Salesforce, if they would rather Salesforce that's pay for everybody, they worth $230 billion, so they definitely got the bag for it. But Salesforce, they ain't giving them nothing. 989.45 million Salesforce. Is that how much they want? No. The data was stolen from Salesforce instance in 2 separate campaigns that occurred in 2025. The first data breach theft campaign began at the end of 2024 when threat actors started conducting social engineering attacks, impersonating IT support staff to trick employees into connecting a malicious OAuth application to their company's Salesforce instance. Once linked, the threat actors used the connection to download and steal the databases, which were then used to extort the company through email. These social engineering attacks impacted Google. We all be on Google. They impacted Google, Cisco, Qantas, Adidas, Allen's Life, Farmers Insurance, Workday. Everybody be on Workday. That's the main application platform that everybody use. Workday. So pretty much, this is what you call a supply chain attack. So they'll hit one company, and because they hit that other company, all those other companies that do business with that company, data got exposed too. Okay? It's been a lot of bit breaches like that. It was a big one. What was the name of it? SolarWinds. That was a big supply chain attack. That's probably one of the biggest ones. So yeah, Salesforce, since a lot of people doing business with them, all these companies got hit too. Kareem, LVMH subsidiaries such as Dior, Louis Vuitton, and Tiffany and Company. Dior, all y'all people that like designer, yeah, y'all got hit too. Your data is out there on the internet, on the dark web. I ain't been on the dark web in a minute, but I might just go out there and see what's available out there. Cause I'm sure probably all of our information is up there if I'm gonna keep it 100. So make sure you keep your stuff updated. That's all. That's make sure you keep your passwords and you aware if your stuff is online. But if you ain't got a random credit line opening, then I guess it's nothing to worry about. But at the same time, it's scary. So if you got a Dior account, you one of them bougie and you like Louis and Dior and you got accounts with them and all that, they just got hit. So it ain't just Salesforce, it's all these companies that's doing business with Salesforce. A second Salesforce data theft campaign began in August 2025 when the threat actor uses stolen SalesLoft Drift OAuth tokens to pivot the customer's CRM environments and exfiltrate data. The SalesLoft data theft attack primarily focused on stealing support tickets data to scan for credentials, API tokens, authentication tokens, and other sensitive information that would enable the attackers to breach the company's infrastructure and cloud services. So, many companies have already confirmed they were impacted by the SalesLoft supply chain attack. I told y'all it was a supply chain attack. That's what they call it because all these companies do business with Salesforce. So now they data leak, including Google, Cloudflare, Zscaler, Tenable, CyberArk, Elastic, Beyond. That's everybody. That's everybody pretty much. All y'all got Gmail, so all y'all got. That's the most popular email company right there. Rubrik, Cato Networks, Palo Alto Networks, and many more. Hold on, so and many more. Who is many more? Companies that have confirmed to be affected. They got a whole page on it about all these companies that were affected by this. This is ridiculous, man. Look at this. Most of these are IT tools. Zscaler, that's like a VPN. I've used that for a company. Cloudflare, Palo Alto Networks, wow. PagerDuty, Beyond Trust, all these companies is hit. And it's not even including the other ones that I was just looking at. Come on, Salesforce. Got to do better. Got to do better, Salesforce. Social engineering attack? See, it be the simple stuff that people be getting hit off. Phishing emails. Like, yeah, you could talk about APTs and cross-site scripting and all that, but I'm telling you, the human is the easiest entryway into gaining data for these attackers. Because humans gonna make mistakes. If you see an email come through and it look trusted, or you see something come to your phone and it look trusted, all it takes is for one person to log in, and now they done got access to that person's stuff. Now they sending stuff out to everybody in the company, and everybody in the company think that they know that person. Now they opening and entering their information. This stuff is hard to defend against, because it's like, it's not, you can have all the scanners, all the EDRs, all the SIMs, anything you want, and all it takes is that one person to get a text on their personal phone, and everybody putting their number, everybody online. All they gotta do is go on LinkedIn, and you got your phone number up there, you got your personal email up there. It might not get through to you, but if they look on LinkedIn and get everybody in the company information, and all it takes is that one person to click on it and put their information in, and your whole company is down the drain when it comes to their critical data. So, woo! Like I said, these companies need to be implementing MFA. Zero trust. Always assume that it's an attacker. That's what you got to live by. But even then, that's not even bulletproof. Nothing is bulletproof. With these cyber attacks, man, it's not a matter of that we're not going to get hit. It's when we're going to get hit and what's the plan for it. That's really what it is. So, yeah. Salesforce got hit, man. It said the recently launched data leak site was used primarily to extort customers in the original social engineering attack, while the threat actors stating they would begin publicly extorting these impacted the sales loft attack after October 10th. Today is the 13th, so yeah, they already started that. However, the data leak site is now shut down, with the domain now using name servers of Cloudflare, which have been used by the FBI in past when seizing domains. Bleeping Computer contacted the FBI about whether they seized the domain, but has not received any response at this time. I think Cloudflare is an American company, so the FBI might be able to seize that domain too. But I doubt these are Americans doing this. What's the name of the game? Shiny Hunters. They always use a crazy name. Like, and this is what I be saying about how these threat actors, like, just look at this message, bro. Contact us to negotiate this ransom, or all of your customers' data will be leaked. If we come to a resolution, all individual extortions against your customers will be withdrawn from. Nobody else will have to pay us if you pay Salesforce Incorporated. They're calling out Salesforce by name. Salesforce, we know that y'all are worth $230 billion, so go ahead and break us off, and we ain't gonna leak the rest of your data. And a lot of times when they say that, they lying. They still gonna leak it out. Oh, this the amount of, so this not the amount that they requesting. This is just the amount of records that they have. Pretty much up 1 billion records of people. And I'm pretty sure it's on the dark web right now. If they said they was going to release it, they gave them the deadline of the 10th. And that was the other day. So, what was that, 3 days ago? So, yeah, that was like Friday or Thursday. So, yeah, man, they didn't pay him, but That's smart that they didn't pay him, but at the same time, that's crazy, man. That's wild. You could pay the best engineers in the world, man, and still get hit by a social engineering attack, a supply chain attack. It's just, like I said, having plans in place. Then when you get hit, what are you gonna do? Hopefully, Salesforce. Now everybody, you could probably get a letter in the mail within the next couple weeks saying exactly what I was talking about earlier. We're going to monitor your credit for a couple months or a year and some change. And if you find out your data was leaked, we're going to give you $10. That's all they be saying, bro. I'm telling you. It's never a lot of money. It's never a lot of money because of the amount of people that got hit by it. But I'm sure that cyber insurance to cover those type of things is a lot of money. But at the same time, the big company never really take a hit. Yeah, they take a hit with the data, but it's crazy. The second one, so Red Hat, they got hit. They got a big office here in North Carolina in downtown Raleigh. Let's look at this. See, why they always using crazy names? The Crimson Collective. The Salesforce people, what was they called? They was called the Shiny Hunters. And like I said, they'll catch them, find out who they is, then they'll switch their servers to somewhere else, and then they already done changed their name to another name, and you can't even really never pinpoint somebody. They get her repositories getting smacked.
Pipeline secrets, VPN profiles, and infrastructure blueprints, the kind of information adversaries can weaponize for secondary attacks or extortion. Experts warn this is a supply chain risk at its scale, spanning container registries, automation playbooks, and deployment guides, potentially threatening critical operations worldwide. As of now, Red Hat has not confirmed or denied the breach, and investigators are racing to assess the impact. But if Crimson Collective claims hold up, this could be one of the most consequential source code exposures ever recorded. Tracking some shocking news here in the cyber world, an extortion group calling itself the Crimson Collective claims to have breached.
Yeah, bro. So Red Hat got smacked too. They get her repository got smacked. Another supply chain attack. So I feel like that's how the majority of these is happening now. It was an article on it, but I couldn't find it. It was on Bleeper Computer. It was on Bleeper Computer, man. Let's see if I can find it. I was looking at it like not even too long ago. But for some reason, I couldn't pull it up before this. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what the name of that gang was. Oh, like we said, they already said it on the video. The Crimson Collective. An extortion group called itself the Crimson Collective claims to have stolen nearly 570 gigabytes of compressed data across 28,000 internal development repositories belonging to Red Hat, with the company confirming that it was a breach of one of its GitLab instances. Wow. Salesforce and Red Hat, two tech giants. How much Red Hat worth? Hold on. They had 34 billion. They ain't up there with Salesforce, but they still got that paid. They definitely got that paid though. Red Hat is aware of its reports regarding a security incident related to our consulting business, and we have initiated necessary remediation steps, Red Hat told Bleeper Computer. The security and integrity of our systems and the data entrusted to us are our highest priority. At this time, we have no reason to believe the security issue impacts any of our other Red Hat services or products, and are highly confident in the integrity of our software supply chain. After publishing our story, Red Hat confirmed that the security incident was a breach of its GitLab instance used solely for Red Hat consulting on consulting engagements and not GitHub. While Red Hat did not respond to any further questions about the breach, the hackers told Bleeper Computer, like, how are the hackers how are they communicating directly with Bleeper Computer? Like, these some bold cats, man. They allegedly found authentication tokens, full database URIs, and other private information in Red Hat code and CERs, which they claim to use to gain access to downstream customer infrastructure. The hacking group also published a complete directory listing of the allegedly stolen GitLab repositories and a list of CERs from 2000 to 2025 on Telegram. And then they just posted on the Telegram and laugh at you. The directory listing of CERs include a wide range of sectors and well-known organizations such as Bank of America, T-Mobile, AT&T, Fidelity, Kaiser, Mayo Clinic, Walmart, Costco. We all shop at Walmart, man. The U.S. Naval Service Surface Warfare Center, Federal Aviation Administration, the House of Representatives. Bro. Your information is on the dark web, guys. I know mine is. I ain't even gonna cap like it ain't. I'd be entering my password a lot of places, and they'd be like, "Yeah, your password, you gotta change that password, man, because it was leaked in this particular data breach." So, like I said, man, they need to implement biometric and token-based MFA everywhere. And everybody should be operating on zero trust. So we got AI. People jobs ain't safe. Your information ain't safe because cyber attackers. What we gonna do, man? But this is the world in 2025 and moving forward. That's why cybersecurity is so important. That's why having a incident response plan and a disaster recovery plan is important too. So people the attackers that's gonna get your data and ask for a ransom. Some companies end up paying. Most of them don't though. Cause like I said, all they're gonna do is end up giving you $10 and a year of credit monitoring. So, but it's just crazy that they keep doing it. So Red Hat and them got hit. It probably gonna be somebody else next week if we're keeping it all the way 100. But hey, that's the world of cybersecurity, man. That's why they hiring all these people, and that's why it's so important to have your security posture right. That's why I make sure your technical skills right in them interviews. If you need a consult for your career, man, you're trying to get into IT, make sure you look down in the description down there and book me for a consult, bro, so I could get you right. A lot of people out here spread fluff, but I ain't gonna give you no fluff. I'm gonna tell it like it is. As you can see from this video, I'm gonna tell it like it is with these attacks. I'm gonna tell it like it is with this AI. I try to keep it all the way 100 with everybody, so y'all ain't just out here blind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to hide. You see where I'm at, man. I got Kyrie in the background, Luffy on the wall. I'm your average everyday Joe Blow. You know. So yeah, man. I hope y'all enjoy the content. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, bro. If y'all got some topics y'all wanna talk about, y'all want me to touch up on anything dealing with technology, like I said, I'm gonna be doing some more labs. I got a lab video coming for y'all with this sim called Sumo Logic. It's kind of better than Splunk, no cap, because they got out of the box dashboards and all of that. I already got the software up and all that. I'm probably gonna drop that pretty soon in the next week or so. Going through some of their labs and incident response, how they got it set up on their training site. It's actually free. So that's a good hands-on experience. Some of y'all new cats can actually play with. It's called Sumo Logic. But anyways, like I was saying, man, tap in with me on Instagram, Tab or Byte-Sized Balance. Y'all see it up there. Byte-Sized Balance on YouTube, Byte-Sized Balance on TikTok. This video about to get clipped up. I'm posting a clip every day of the week. We staying consistent with this, man. I know the audio was kind of messed up on that last one, so we're going to get better and better as we keep posting stuff. Hit that Cash App, too. Go on and hit that Cash App if you like what you see. Go on and book me for a consult. The link is down in the description. Trying to get in the tech. If you like content like this, share it with your friends. Share it with your tech buddies. Share it with everybody, man, because I'm trying to educate people as well as give people no fluff, real content, man, that people can relate to. Because it seems like a lot of people, when they giving this tech content, man, they try to seem like it's like it's always everybody got the same tone, man. I'm authentic. You know, I ain't gonna sugarcoat. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm giving it to you, somebody who, you know, who not only got smarts when it comes to technology, but also got smarts when it comes to street stuff, smarts when it comes to life. So follow me on LinkedIn. Okay, Tavis Mitchell. Just look me up. You could Google me, TAVISMITCHELL. You'll see I ain't capping my nothing. I'll be saying I am who I say I am. So I gotta put this content out, bro. So until next time, tap in, like I said, and we out. Peace.